Hey, hey, Ricky. Big up, big up Miss Laura Lindo. Big up Miss Laura Lindo. She gave you a great thing.
Laura Lindo, big up yourself. What did she say? Big up.
Listen, when she was young, she's the MPP of Kitchener,
oh,
you know.
Yes,
When she was young,
MP.
I can't tell about she listened to. And it was Ricky and Andrew. Me no business. Me no business. Me no business. So them they can
Bam. Big up the Kitchener Mayor MP3 MP. You don't know. Big up.
Big up yourself and big up my god sister Chizanne, who's gonna kill me because I'm supposed to take her out and I never take her out. Good God, I'm a bad God.
Lot of mercy.
A lot of mercy. But I'll make it up, Trish. I love her to death. Listen, let me tell you something, man. We reached the point.
All the interview are going. What the people they must say.
Listen, this is what Wizology Show is built for. It's for the truth to come out. It's for the people to exercise their right. But listen, you see me? I know. Cause you can't lie and then go and tell a lie for correct a lie. Cause you're a damn liar, if the case may be. You see me? So you have to hold a lie there, and when the truth come out, it'll go beat you bad. And it's that simple. Because I couldn't believe some of the things you're telling me. And I didn't know. And I thought I was like, you know. But remember, you and I weren't seeing eye to eye. So I didn't really care about Wagwan from one Wagwan. Because me, I hold my own. You see me?
Yo.
And yo, let me tell you something. I have, you know, I've listened to a whole lot of conversations, a whole lot of people have come on the line, and everybody would like, you know, to hear certain things of what they want to hear about this or that, but they're not hearing the realness. And now when you hear a Wizology Show, you hear the realness. You understand what Wizology is not about. Okay, my God dance, I'm gonna win this clash, I'm gonna win that and rate and blah blah. Sure, my God enough clash, I'm gonna lose enough and up and down, but you hear the realness of what took place behind the scenes. Because for over 3 to 4 or 5 years, I've been telling you, Ricky, me I stand firm with you. I said that to you. I said I'm standing firm with you. No matter what, I'm standing firm.
No, it's true. It's true. The man them say all kind of thing about me. They said I did this, they said I do that, they said I did. And with boy, Ricky, me not even caring a dog. I'm a general, I got you. Real talk.
Yo, whoever Energy Kid is, hold it. Because when you type, you don't have the knowledge of what you're typing. You have to understand what's going on here. And nobody's saying that but you. So you have to just humble.
No, yo, listen to me, Wiz, I'll tell you right now, he's like a fucking mental retarded pussy looking for a blood clot small attraction, because this is the second or third time that this energy batty boy I come on the thing I talk him fuckery. I'm the one that said I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. Allow me, I tell Wiz, and then this brother come here and oh, does Ricky do coke? Is your mom a fucking whore? Was your mom a fucking prostitute before she fucking bought you? Did Duppy fuck your mother and make you come here, bitch? Energy Kid suck your mother. Pussy, what batty boy, fucking energy pussy. As we were saying now, Wiz. As we were saying, the coke and the crack and all this crap that these stories are flying around now. Yeah.
Because people on the other side were trying to instigate that.
That's where it started. That's where it started. That's where it started. Ricky Turbo only taught the truth. Any rumor about Ricky Turbo doing crack and coke, first of all, did you sell it to me? Did you see me do it? Did we do it together? When did I do it? And who was I with? It's pure fucking lies, because me know every blood clot drug dealer will sell a thing. And we could have find out if a guy do a thing. I know every dealer that sell a thing. I know everybody who, even my fucking, if I had a custody, his custodies would say that Ricky was there with him. It's all lies, guy. They can't have no ground, no basis to the shit that they saying. So here what me now. I'm going to tell you where it came from. I'm going to tell you one side of where the story about crack even came from. And I will not call no name, because what if I call a name, it would destroy people's career and life. But let me tell you something. Me was a par with this girl, you know. And this girl was very good to me, seeing as a brethren. You know, you have girl with relationship, but you have girl with a brethren, ride or die, kill people for you kind of people, right? So I did have a ride or die girlfriend friend. Strictly friend to you, na boom. From public school days, would I say. And we turned big people. And, you know, over the years, we made money together. And then Ricky Turbo take away himself because of her personal life, you know, baby daddies and shit like that. So we take away myself, and me I play my sound, and me take away myself and go to Europe, right? By the time I came back from Europe is when I heard the crack and the cocaine rumors, you know. It reminded me of Dave Chappelle when they said he went crazy and he was on crack when he went to Africa. But that's the kind of shit. I didn't know this was going on. And when I went to Europe for a few months and I came back, I heard that I was on crack and cocaine. So I say, where the fuck this shit come from? Like, every tree have a root. Every tree have a root. There has to be, where did this come from? I'm anti-fucking drugs. I don't have, in my shatter crew in my earlier days, no boy could have sell no drugs from my crew. My crew was a different crew. We were dealing with pie business. We never deal with drugs. We were not a drug selling crew before sound business. Just for know what I deal with. I didn't respect drug dealers. And another guy I didn't respect was pimp. You see, I knew the name pimp. Me never respect pimp neither, because I have a sister. It's my dealer, so I said I don't respect no pimp neither. But you say, shut out and bad boy. Boy, God make everybody. And me know enough bad man will love God and love them kids. So if anything, I have more respect for those people than any kind of pimp or any kind of youth where I go on the drugs or sell drugs. So I was actually against that all my high school career growing up. Don't do drugs and use a condom. Ask Grizzly Cat them, ask Suspense, ask Sipidan, ask the whole of my original crew. If I wasn't the one advocating to don't do no drugs, not drug selling in my crew, and no blood clot when I use a condom. Ask them if I'm telling a lie. Anyways, let me get to the story. I was just showing you that I was an advocate against those things. Mm-hmm. So what happened now is me and my friend Apar, you know, I almost call her name. Me and my friend Apar and stuff, and then, you know, baby daddy issues got, so me I like, boy, I'm a leg of this because it's just my brethren, and I don't want her to lose her good baby father over me. I'm just a brethren guy. So I'm gone. I'm out. I'm in Europe. Sin, come back and hear them thing here. Now, what I got to understand was my friend, the female one, she did go upon drugs. She did. She did go upon that thing. She did have a problem. Right? Rehab and everything. She went on drugs. Now, I guess because me and her was like this one time, right? Then would I say, where's Ricky? Maybe he's at rehab. Maybe he's on strung out on drugs. Me not know. But I do know for a fact that they knew that she had fallen on her face kind of thing and went on some drugs. And then they used that as like a base or a platform to turn it against me. Because everybody in them side of town did know, say, me and she did power a lot. It was my little ride and die friend. It's my deal. Now I'm going to say that they probably all know who it is now. You see what I'm trying to say? But I'm just talking the truth, and I'm not trying to diss her or diss nobody. Saying?
But you see?
But I'm just showing you that it's the crew that used a bad situation that someone was going through and switched it around how much time and even tried to put it on me. I'm a fight it. Me fight it. Me win Canada Rumble. Me win World Clash 1. Guilty by association, G.
Guilty by association. That was all it is.
I swear on anything that I've ever gained in my life, that me never do a drugs in my life. Ever.
Right.
Ever. And guess what? Jaja would never bless me if I was one of those youth. Okay. That's why me win World Clash, because of the amount of oppression and fight where me get. That's why me win them big dance and stand predominant in this fucking sound, King Turbo. And I'm not addressing this issue no more. Because like I said, Ongo the Fool Energy Postawall was the only one that had to say something about it. Because if me upon drugs and all these things, Postawall, how do you feel to never ever be able to reach my sound level or achieve what I've achieved? You fucking nerd. right?
It never,
So that's
it
it,
just
man.
never.
That's not just energy. That's everybody who dissed me like that. So anyways,
Yeah.
that's all I'm saying for that. They used a bad somebody was going through, somebody that I personally knew, and they turned that shit around against me. Seeing? But I've never done drugs. I've never tried it. I've never sold it. And I've never held it for nobody ever in my life. And that's why I get this sound success. And that's why I get the international success in the dancehall reggae sound clash market and the sound business market, because me have a clean out and me not tell lie.
Right, right. So now we flash to, you remember King Turbo Studio? You remember King Turbo Studio?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
He's okay. I think all right. In the it a freeze little bit still. Are you good still?
I'm good. I'm good. I hear you clear. I heard the liquor freeze, but I'm clean if you're clean.
I'm clean. I'm clean.
Ask the people them. People, we're good. Everybody hear it? Yo.
Yeah, everybody can hear us, but you're clear as day. Now we get to we get to the studio. The studio was owned by who? And how was the studio set up? And how was the studio supposed to maintain King Turbo? What happened then?
So the studio was an interesting situation. The studio, to make a long story short, you know, I do have to make it kind of short because it stretched on for a couple of years. It was not this time we're going through personal issues during that studio time.
Wait, hold on. Ricky, I think you should log out and log back.
All right.
Yeah, because you're freezing. All right, y'all keep. Sweet Jen, how you doing? That's a good lady right there. Good friend of mine. Robbie G, am I freezing, people? Kill it. All right. Am I freezing? Okay, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm good.
Good to go.
All
yeah.
Right.
Bless.
Yeah. So, oh, your microphone. Turn up the volume.
All right. Check. 1, 2. All my sound. It's good. No. Yes. Everybody.
No.
1, 3.
No.
They can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you're faint. You're clear as day. Okay, I'm good. All right, thanks. You were clear as day and louder before, but now you're not.
Hold on.
Jano, we all have Aquadad in here. Jano.
1, 2.
Step a choice.
Check. Audio check. 1, 2. 1, 2. Hold on, Wiz. 1 second.
Yeah,
please.
man, no problem. All right, so for those who don't know, I'm talking to our very own legendary
check 1.
Ricky King Turbo.
Check. Yeah. You can't hear me good now. Is it any better for the people out there?
Okay, wait, hold on. Yeah,
check
okay.
1. Check 1, 2. Yeah. Yo.
Good now. You're good.
Okay, thanks. All right. Nice. All right.
All right. So, oh crap, where were we, man? It's all right. I'm sorry. He's good. Where were we? I'm so.
Me to tell you how the rumor started and how we're not talking it. That's it. Like the rumor started. It given strength by the crew.
The studio. We were at the studio, right? So the studio started now. How and what was going on for the studio? What was it supposed to do, and what was the contributing factors? Who was the contributing factors to all the studio work?
The studio. All right. First of all, I'm clear, right?
You're clear.
Okay. All right. Yeah. The studio thing was we knew we were getting to the next level and we wanted to incorporate the sound and get it on a business level and things. So we thought about a few ideas. And every time King Turbo comes up with an idea, there's a big vote that goes on. This happens for every freaking date also. It's very irritating. Like a big vote goes on with people that don't have no voice and shouldn't be voting in my blood clot big lifetime decision then. But we always do this big ass vote. And then irrelevant people get their vote in there and things change. So the idea of a studio wasn't my first choice. My first choice was, let's open a club. Let's buy a club, smart deal it, make that money real fast. We know it ain't gonna last more than a couple of years in Toronto with big dance I keep every weekend. So let's make that fast money. And then after the money maker, we don't spend one penny of it. We stack it and then we go do a studio or all those little small or slower things, right? Let's make it fast, big money, quick. We're in the hype. We're the DJs. We're the promoters. We buy a club. It makes logical sense to buy a club is what was where my head was at. But I got voted out again, right? And then we created the studio. The studio was the next one that was in line. Now, inside note, personal piss off. Imagine I own King Turbo with Slingshot. We made a studio. May I knock the board with the hammer, you know? May I gather the wood with the man them? And I'm lifting up drywall out the truck. And I didn't even have an office for myself. And I own King Turbo. I'm not a fucking employee. Anyways, we built up the studio. We did that. We built up the studio and it built to its nice capacity. Everything is good. Now, the studio is a different dynamic of King Turbo. What? Is it cutting out? Am I good? All right. The studio is a different dynamic of King Turbo. We had now Ricky Turbo, we had Ricky, we had him there, we had Slingshot, we had BJ, we had you know, the silent killer, and then we had a youth named I said BJ and I said Cecil was the next youth, Cestan. Now we are gonna handle the studio. BJ's Mr. Construction, get all the materials, BJ, get all the materials, Cecil, get the loan from the bank and all that shit. You understand? Get it all together. And we have our money, and then we put it together. We make a studio. We knew the plan. The plan was to book 24 hours. There's 24 hours a day, so we're going to book 24 hours at the Blood Clot Studio. You understand? And plus, it gives us a home base. Every club, every team needs a base, right? It needs a home spot. So that was going to be good for us. The studio was really built really nicely. We got up in the studio now, and we are bringing. So what we would do now is a new concept. We would bring the artists here, not for a show, just strictly for the dub plate, and then they make their money and we send them back home. So that was one concept we came up with the studio. It did really good for us. You cut some Cabra up in them time there too, and some Joe blocks.
Right? I was just about to tell you, I brought Cabra there, right?
Yes, you brought Cabra. And you cut some Joe blocks and things. So yeah, I have to respect you with. So, you know, Soul Survivor, a lot of sounds came to the studio. Desert Storm, Whole heap of sound came there and support us still, right? So we're at the studio now, and we're doing our thing. We're booking the hours for the studio. We're also able to get a lot of dates booked because we have the business card going out. People know that they can come check us because we had the big sign at the front. And finally in Scarborough, King Turbo has a spot. Like the whole of Scarborough knew where that was, so they would just pop in and check us, right? Mix CDs. We were selling everything that we could, water, juice, everything. Because we have to pay rent, and we want to be like a community service one time. Right. All right, cool. We're bringing in the artists. The studio is doing good. Remember, say Sean Paul bus from King Turbo Studio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? So he did his international bus from over here in Scarborough, and we linked him with Baby Blue. Seeing? So, all right, boom. We have the studio going good now. 24 hours a day is booked. But guess what was happening? Again, me not call nobody else name except Andrew. Slingshot stopped showing up to the studio. There was a bad man thing that I go on one time where some man did a tax the business them, and I said we have to pay up a thing. So there was a small time when they weren't showing up to the studio because the bad man thing that I go on road. Every business had to pay up a tax. You get what I'm saying? So that was going down one time. So that was a reason for them to not come to the studio. But Andrew Slingshot was missing studio hours. We're booking the hours for this guy or this person over here, and he wouldn't show up, or I had to cancel it. And I'm the one taking the phone call. I'm the one booking the hours. I'm the one canceling it. I'm the one speaking to the person. Boy, Ricky, been a year from him in how long? Same like the Malvo story I told you. Boy, I haven't heard from them in so long. What's going on? I'm like, man, I kept trying to cover for these guys, right? So at the end of the day, the studio went down. It closed because because King Turbo Sound was supposed to play for the sound and get dub plates. King Turbo Sound is not supposed to book date and pay for the studio. The studio hours that we gather are supposed to pay for the studio bills. King Turbo Sound is supposed to pay for dub plate and and pay man's gas money and little thing for each selector or whatever. That's what the sound is supposed to do. The sound is not supposed to play, not supposed to pay for the studio. But the sound was paying the bills for the studio. And then after a while, I was getting pissed off with it. So was him there, because my youth retired. Andrew retired. He retired. So I had to pick up the whip, and them they had to pick up the whip. And me and him clashed Blacklight and Rebel Tone. I'm just trying to say, like, he had to take up that whip for a slingshot. Saying? The whole time you have to notice that the common denominator in the name here is Ricky. I'm still there. Me no retire. Me no take no break. Me no ease off. I didn't go to Europe and sit down on the fucking beaches of the Appalachian Mountains. I was out there working. King Turbo. So yeah, man. So here we are going now. So that's what's going on. The studio went down specifically because the hours that were booked were not being fulfilled. And I had to use my personal money, and Ceston used his personal money and paid that last month of the studio bill with our personal money. And that should never happen, because King Turbo, I agreed with Skitty Bang that we're not supposed to use King Turbo money and pay for that studio bills, right? And we're tired of using our personal money and paying for the studio bills. The studio bills has to be paid for by the studio. The only way the studio can pay for the studio is if man come into the studio and finish and do your studio hours. That's how the studio went down.
Okay, that's how it went down.
Me not tell no lie.
No.
And I don't care if a man has another story for it. He's just trying to cover for himself. I've always kept quiet so many years, guy. Everybody says so many fucking shit about Ricky Turbo. And I just sit here and listen to them, and you know what I do? I win World Clash and I excel over these sound men. The sound men, them are the one that are talking. Look at bullshit, pussy face, big mouth fucking Polly guy. Where is he? Where is Polly today? Polly ain't doing fucking shit, because all he can do is talk, and chat off him out on the internet, not putting in no real work. You understand what I'm trying to say? And that's all I'm dealing with. I big up Royalty Sound, who puts in some real fucking work. The young youth, them like Mellow Majestic and them youth, that are putting in some work. I just did a podcast with there for Little Thunder. 20 plus years of solid work in Quebec. Right? Some boy I talk about them at international tour again with. And you know what they do? They get a dance in their hometown city. They're playing for their grandmother's night, and then come talk about them play a big dance of foreign and when right? They never got hired, brethren. If you go home to play, it's not an international booking, yo. See? If your family books you to play in Texas or New York, it's not an international booking, my brother. Some like a pussy. Smart deal it was. Really thought they were gonna get fucking. You thought they were gonna get the fucking edited nice guy version? We'll leave that to the other side, yo. I ain't got no political fucking agenda to protect. Batman for dead. Lesbian for blood clot dead. I don't have no political agenda to fucking protect. So I don't know why some boy has censor them blood clotting every minute. Right? I play dub plates online because when I play 45s, the postal government comes in and tells us what to play and they stop us from playing. So I only play dub plate. Seeing DJ Bullets, right? So online. So that's what makes it seem like King Turbo's a Clash song, but I juggle music and I play all kind of party and things. It's just, you know, Ricky Turbo is a World Clash MC and I love to clash more than anything. So let's move on, Wiz. Where we at?
How did the coming together after all of this? And, you know, I don't really want to get into the I don't know if you can. There's stuff with the dub plates that was happening that you had to, you know, funnel paperwork for and stuff like that you had to put down.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah, let's just keep it real. There was one time that I was gonna all right, so check this out. There was one time that I had to tell them on them, say, all right, listen, here Wagwan, I'm gonna make a big move in the business right now. I want to make a guaranteed big move, and you guys are not gonna stop me. And I've already prepared paperwork for court, saying in case y'all try to stop me. If you try to stop me, you're gonna get a letter from my lawyer. saying, oh, ha, 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 Ricky's this, ha, 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 Ricky's that. But then when I spoke to them in person and they realized my legal grounds, it wasn't that much of a fucking joke anymore. Smart deal. So, all right, cool. That's not the reason why we got back together. That was just like let them know that I have a stronghold on my shit too. I'm not dumb. I'm not going to sit back for so many years and not handle my business, right? So that was just to let them know that I'm serious about shit. You're not going to continue to eat food off of King Turbo's name, and I don't get a blood clot money out of this, right? If I have to take your ass to court, then I can prove myself and I can prove my whole shit. One man will be like, oh, Ricky's talking shit. The next man will be like, oh, well, he's going to lose no matter what. The next man will be like, he's just bluffing. But I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. And so, all right, the way King Turbo got back together now was around that same time period where we just said. So what happened now is, to make a long story short, you know why? Because a lot of other names are involved. But I'll tell you like this. Nolan from Brimstone, who's my younger brother, contacted Chris, which is Slingshot's younger brother, right? Which contacted Specs. And then from Dessa, we moved to have a meeting in a neutral ground place, and it was in Brampton. We all linked up. We decided, so we are going to try and move past the thing. Every man apologize. But I'll tell you this, Andrew, look in my eyes. You didn't apologize to me, brother. You never apologized. Every man apologized. And me apologized to man too, but Slingshot never apologized to me that day there. You know what day I'm talking about. We were in that house. All of us were there. All of us were there. He didn't apologize. See, and it was my mother's house. And my mom knew the whole of the crew. My mom knows everybody in the crew. So that's where it was. So from that day, I caught a vibe. But true, we had a big plan. I wasn't going to expose that vibe there. Remember catching vibes, say him never apologized when everybody else did. And I apologized to people too. Right? But him at the hunger when we never apologize. And that's real talk, Andrew. If it's the first you're hearing this right now, then you know I caught that shit, nigga. See? So guess what now? We move forward and we won Canada Rumble. We move forward and we won World Clash 1 and 2. But the whole time when that was happening, I couldn't get him to practice. I couldn't get him to tell me that if he remixed some songs and let me know what we're going to play that night. I couldn't get no information. Everything was last minute. Even down to the last days of the World Clash, I got some tunes last minute that I had to study. So nothing was ever organized. Soul Survivor knows these stories. I used to do soundtrack radio done by Soul Survivor's studio. So he knows some of this shit. He knows a real thing me I talk. Right? So I couldn't get no practice. When we went to World Clash in New York and when we won Canada Rumble, we didn't practice. We just went on stage and fucking run that shit. You understand? And when I went to World Clash in New York, we didn't Canada, we didn't practice either. Because he wouldn't practice, Bedrin. Too busy. I don't even know what was more important than that. But it was too busy for me to get a practice in. We still won it. And then after that, Rootsman Clash, a few things happened, and then Rootsman Clash was supposed to happen. And the way I was getting dealt with, like, to me, it was like a disrespecting on money still owed, and you get what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm done. I'm officially done.
You win these World Clashes. Promoters come in, their money's involved in these World Clashes. May not be a trunk load, but there's money involved. Where's your money?
Well, Chin, World Clash was dealing with Slingshot and Specs. After Chin couldn't get a hold of Slingshot and Specs them on a consistent basis, then he had to deal with me. Right? Sorry, them there. He had to deal with me. And, it's funny because after the 2 years of dealing with Chin, after 2 years of soundtrack radio that I did myself, right? All Chin could say is, boy, Ricky, it's been a pleasure. I heard all this shit about you, bad business, but it's been a fucking pleasure. And I personally have nothing bad to say about Chin. We had good business. He paid his money. He didn't do me nothing. Andrew them didn't give me my money. I have no beef. Chin is a great guy, and Irish is a greater person too, with all due respect to Chin. Irish and Chin is big, and they did good for King Turbo, and we made a calculated, great decision to move with them to get these World Clash recognition, because the truth is that World Clash in Canada might be the last big dance Canada has ever seen. Especially with what's going on right now. So I'm glad that that happened still. I'm not lying against the man. If the story changes, if the story was said wrong, Slingshot, then come on, Wiz, or go and say your piece. But me not try talk a story for discredit and disrespect nobody. But I'm on the same coin, on the other side of the same coin. Me nah blood clot take no disrespect. And I'm not letting nobody tell no more lies about me. There's no I in team, right? But then yet still, right? That's cool, Slingshot, Bridget. Yeah, you are all up the I in a team, youth. I don't tell lies. I, Ricky Turbo, don't tell lies.
Right. Okay, so you win the World Clash. You win back-to-back World Clashes. You're still not part of this clique. I feel you don't feel part of the clique anymore.
I'm not part of the clique, Bridget. I'm not saying what they say. We're not talking the same language. You know, say me never go to no jam rock cruise. Eh? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not into the bag. I'm not gonna catch up in no boat cruise with niggas that don't like me. Right? I'm not doing that shit. King Turbo crew, they don't like Ricky Turbo. But if it wasn't for Ricky Turbo, they wouldn't be anything. It was me that put Dice back in the crew. Him and Slingshot had severed ties. I brought them back together, and now they went against me. Bumbaclot, Bridget. Slingshot and Dice, they don't even like each other. Specs and Dice, Specs and Slingshot, they don't like each other. The amount of blood clot complaining, Specs complain to me about Andrew. And Andrew complained to me about Specs. How dare I say you guys like each other? You guys are online faking the fucking shit, dog. Stand up in front of blood clot people, always trying to make it look good for the Joneses, guy. Fuck the Joneses. Stop lying and keep the shit real, G. You guys stand up beside each other on Super Fresh's fucking platform, and you don't even like each other. Slingshot fired Specs twice. Twice. The fuck, yo? Fucking, you guys don't even like Super Fresh. Why are you on his platform?
That I didn't know all this, John O'Star. All this thing terrible. This thing, yeah. John.
Yo, I talk from my heart, Reggie. You know, the Soul Survivor can't leave the group. You know, him can't leave because he's heard this before. Ain't Frost?
Yeah. Yeah.
Natural. Look how Mike be youth natural. Me go bring up the youth good in the business. The man them brought natural into the sound, and the man them just dump natural like you ain't shit. Why? Leave the man alone. Leave him on Soul Survivor sound. Leave him a fucking alone. Why bring him on the sound and dump him? The only reason King Sharp came on the sound is because they tried to replace me with my own first cousin. That didn't fucking last. Jaja don't sleep. God don't sleep. When I eat that. When I bumbaclad eat that. Big up Killer Assassin sound. Let me look at some of these messages here still, seeing, because I'm telling you, I want to see a fucking hater talk some shit out here, talking shit that they don't know because King Turbo's 30 blood clot 1 year old. So I want to see if a hater's talking some bullshit that they don't know. You know I'm going to lay them the fuck out, Wiz. You know I don't play with this shit.
No,
right?
You know what?
Where you think Wiz gets some of his attitude from? Where do you think Wiz gets some of his attitude from? Eh?
Yeah.
That's cool, people, yo.
You know what? This needed to happen. I don't care. It needed this history lesson that we are understanding now. It needed to happen because I myself, a couple years ago, remember I told you, I myself was mad at the mere fact that you're not getting the credit. This is years before even Wizology show blew up. Mad at the fact that I know how hard you worked for this sound. I know how hard you put in to this. And I was mad. I was mad, not for my own personal reasons, because me and them, they don't deal. It was genuinely because I know this man, Ricky Turbo. I was there. I seen the energy. I seen the dances. I played at half of the dances. You see me? And I was upset because I believe that you deserve the respect and the credit that some people, them that are tech, and they're not earning it. They weren't earning it. I don't care. They weren't earning it. Big up Jazzy T. Anyway, stand strong, Jazzy T. Big up yourself. But that was my personal situation.
Yeah,
why, you know, and you were like, just easy with me soon talk. Remember, this is years ago, me and you were talking about. Years.
Yeah.
Years.
Yeah, and that's true still. That's why I gave you your first interview, Wiz. I mean, I lie?
Yeah,
I mean, your first interview for Break Off the Interview series.
You see over at Vibe, you came up the Vibe. You see
yes.
me? And I'm like, Ricky, I'm going to stand strong with you because this sound does not deserve to be dropped off of shape, falling off of shape, nothing. King Turbo,
people blame me, and they blame me. But I don't care if I get the blame. Just make sure you big me up upon all the success that King Turbo has had over 31 years. I'll take the blame. Like I said, if it's not my fault, a slingshot fault. But you make sure when you're blaming me that you also ready to big me up with that same stinking mouth where you fucking have. Smart dealing? Right, real talk. And guess what too again too? Look at Wiz, you have 270 odd people what I see on the line right now. Smart dealing? Who's saying I'm lying? Who's saying that I'm lying? Everybody keeps hearing bits and pieces of this shit, and I'm telling you the overall shit. When you talk to those guys, listen, I bet you watch and see. They're going to try and go do a live or something, and when you talk to them Monday, it's going to be pure go round, go round. Oh, well, I thought that I wondered if I'm thinking pussy! Talk the fucking thing. Just talk the shit straight, dog. When Specs called police on me, it's because I fucking took the something and lick off him blood clot face. When called police on me, talk the thing, don't lie.
I didn't want to go there.
Don't lie. The fuck, yo.
Go ahead. It's out now. Yo, you deserve this.
Yo.
Stop it, calm down.
Honest spreads. Honest spreads. Honest spreads, big up.
Yo.
Big up Sample King.
You want to tell us about that situation? What happened there, brother? Because it went deep. It went deep.
No. I'm not telling you about that. All I'm going to tell you is that was an actual division, a real division, and it will never get back. People are like, oh, well, you guys can get back. We already did get back together. King Turbo was split from 2000.
Jado Star. The devil is a liar. Ricky, if you can hear us, I'm going to log you out, you join and rejoin. It's just a freeze up. Oh, there you go. There you go. You're good.
All right.
You're good. All right, you're good.
Yeah, because Wiz, I'm using my data. I took it off of Wi-Fi, so we're going to wrap this up soon, my friend.
Yeah, all right, so we're going to wrap this up. Listen, honestly, in the end all of end all, can you hear me? Can you hear me clearly?
We're good. Yes, sir.
All right. In the end all of end all for this thing here, I believe in my hearts of hearts, you have kept this name standing predominant. And tonight, I believe the justification of everybody now can understand where Ricky Turbo stands and why he stands like that.
Yeah.
And why he is who he is.
How I am, yeah.
And how he is, who he is. And it's explained.
So
it's justified.
So Wiz, here what you do. Tell Specs people them. Tell him, tell him, me just said, I said it on purpose. Tell him people them say, don't mind who you call jackass pussy wall. One. And the second thing is, it's not a smear campaign, it's the truth campaign. Something that you and Andrew have been running from for the longest fucking time. Get on the internet with your big platform and tell the goddamn truth. Stop lying to everybody like a goddamn carpet. Say it, and guess what I said? You have to remember that after Specs win World Clash 1 with King Turbo, he retired. Oh, hold on, let me get that better. I got a better one for you. Hold on, I have a better one for you. After we all won world.
You there?
Yeah. Right.
After iRig is out. iRig's plugged out. iRig is plugged out. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, so what? Damn it. You there?
You there?
Yeah, man. We are waiting patient, man. Want to like camp.
Yeah. All right, I got this.
Yeah, man.
To make sure that you hear me clear. All right, so this is one of my final most important statement.
Yeah.
It's like why didn't sorry,
You're clear.
Yeah, sorry. I was having an issue. All right, so at the end of World Clash 2016, I had just made a mistake. I said that Specs retired. No. Slingshot fires Specs. Because Specs was going around and talking about if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have won World Clash. And that was a direct Slingshot slap in the face, as Slingshot being the selector and the half owner of King Turbo. He was fired. Specs was fired off of King Turbo in 2016. Right? That's why you didn't see him on the 2017 World Clash. And that's why that World Clash was so important to Andrew, because he had to prove to Specs that we could win World Clash without him. I'm not lying to you, dog. No, I was there. So all the people out there that are cheerleading for fuckery, just know the facts before you talk shit. I've never told a lie yet. And when those guys come out and talk telling their story, I bet you it's going to be half-assed. I bet you it's not going to be detailed. I bet you it's just going to be a bag of go round thing. But I called names, me talk the truth, and if you don't like it, it's a fucking rap for you, yo. I don't care. This is my 31st year, King Turbo, Ricky Turbo. And I just want to big up everybody who support me, because I'm just about at the end of this interview. I'm always emotional. I'm always serious. And I always have fun with the shit that I do too. So if you're new to me, you can tell by the way how you post. And you can tell by the bullshit, stupid shit that you support, like Energy Kids, post a wall talk. And if I ever have a chance to stifle Energy Kid, I want you to know that you'll never get nothing in this fucking city, guy. You post a wall, yo. Your mama a prostitute. Suck your mother.
Yo, listen. Thank you, finally, for clearing the air for us. I believe the air is cleared. I'm satisfied. I believe I've heard enough over the years of Ricky bashing. I think I've heard enough. Yeah. And when I heard the bashing and the carrying on, I honestly chose side. Me not tell no lie. I chose side.
I'm glad you chose this side.
I chose this side. The reason I chose this side is because I was there and I knew a lot of what was going on. I didn't know this much, but I knew a lot. And it was unfair, brothers. It was unfair.
I need to say, you know, honestly, if anybody that, you know, the people that know me on a personal level, they know that even in my personal life, I don't cuss. I don't swear. When I'm speaking on a regular day and I hear people cussing, I hold them up for it. This is like a show business with, but also this is a very passionate issue for me, because King Turbo is my baby. You get what I'm saying? Yes. So I will get to cuss at certain time, and I cuss in Sound Clash and stuff, but I don't cuss in my personal life, dog. And I want everybody to know, my final message to everybody is, you see, even when people are fight you, even when your family said, Ricky, turn it down. You turn up this ratted music, and you're not doing nothing, you're not going to make it. You turn on this ratted music. And even when your girl, your bona fide girlfriend who said she was going to be with you forever, and then she left you fucked up, you still have your passions, brethren, and you still have your dreams, brethren. Seeing? That's regardless of mother, father, brethren, girlfriend, little brother, kids. You still have your personal dreams, guy. And never let a pussy wall, a sucker baller, a motherfucker, a bad mother, a terrible father, never let a ungrateful brethren or a friggin' scheming family member take down your dreams, guy. Continue to do what you have to do. I mean that from my heart, brethren. Seeing? As a And if you're not black and you're not fighting everything for black people, then I don't want to hear nothing from you. Unfollow me and fuck off and die. But I want to say everybody has the ability to achieve their dreams and really go for it and really travel the world, because I never thought I would see certain place in the world, and reggae music made me see it, you know? So yeah, man. And
Ricky,
you know,
Ricky, thank you.
Big up yourself.
Thank you.
I hope it was clear. I hope I was clear today, Wiz.
Clear
Any
as
more questions?
Day.
All right.
Clear as day.
All right.
But I want to thank you for having the courage tonight to finally put the stand and the stamp on your grounds, because it was well overdue overtime. It was well overtime due.
And big up the world class champion Mystic, you know.
And big up Mystic. And
world class champion around here. Big up.
You know what? I just want to thank you for you showed many of us, but you know, I've been there doing it as well. Real just takes a fight. Real just gets fight.
Big up DJ Bullets.
You're mad or whatever. But real gets fight. And you have to stand predominant. Nobody knows this more than probably me and you. I mean,
real talk.
If
Could I play a dub? Could I play one tune, Wiz?
Of course. Because I want you to leave. I want to make sure you leave with the anthem, though. I need to hear it again.
The anthem? Oh,
yeah,
man.
No,
all right.
You can play this. Play your dub. Play your dub.
I play one dub, then I play the anthem. But I wanted to say, big up. I really mean it. Every sound man who's doing something big up yourself, right? And you know, you heard me diss who I diss and stuff like that. And it doesn't matter to me if they want to do anything about it. But I just want every sound man to really go for your dream, brethren. Yeah. We control the artists. The artists don't control us, guy. We're the ones that control the radio stations. They don't control us. They look to us for the real music and shit. So all these MP3Js, these new selectors and new sound man coming in the game and talking about you're a DJ or you're a sound man just like me. I put in 31 years of work, bitch. Have some fucking respect. And there is a protocol to this game, and there is a way to handle this game, or we're going to get you out, man. We're going to take you out, yo. Big up my new selector, DJ Bullets, saying the twins alike. She's hot, man. She's fire blazer. And I want to play a tune, and then I play one more, and then I end it. Big up yourself, yeah?
Yeah, man.
King Turbo Sound, tell them how the sound boy is to move around. Watch them, man. Ricky, let me answer the man. Bullets, line up the middle name for the target, so you know so we can in. Kill them all. Don't rush, we got the matic and we bullets, not hesitate when she clap it. King Turbo Sound, tell them how the sound boy is to move around. Watch them, man. Ricky, let me answer the man. Bullets, line up the middle name for the target, so you know so we can in. Kill them all. Don't rush, we got the matic and we bullets, not hesitate when she clap it in her face. Why brain levitate, put the ice upon the cake. Blood a leak out like yellow menstruate. Me see King Turbo underrated, refined like candelated. Kill them how we undefeated, and they dub them overweighted. Left them sound mutilated, fuck them up so devastated. Don't get me aggravated. King Turbo play, trample them like elephant. Chewy kill them, so them come and tell without no relevant. Bullets are the boss, if you know she are the general. Try this, I'ma make the bat float like pelican. And everybody know King Turbo sound. New York, Canada, down a jam down. Will it's big uptown, the sound come. King Turbo are the sound, we are running war now. Sound boy, me tell you, say don't come. Chris board box, they see you lay down. Why dead? We are drink, lift the street vibes from. Ricky had the fear of journey, can't done. Bullets are killer. You know the winner. Boom, bye, shoot, she bad, man. Feel we sound of the Dan Gargan, Simmer. Ricky are the girls, them man. Bad sound of the real pro. Only and bullets, everybody want know. Real bad y'all miss a fully auto, full of style. Only and bullets, everybody want know. Real bad y'all miss a fully auto, full of style. Melodies like Fuji.
If you want to contact King Turbo, contact King Turbo
sound on the street like IG. Top upgrade like 5G. Kill spree, crimes.
Tell them if they want who they got to contact for King Turbo. Tell them.
Yes, big up. Contact King Turbo Canada at Instagram. King Turbo Ricky at Instagram. I control both pages. And I want to say big up, everybody. Don't be scared. Don't let the other Turbo intimidate you. If you want the boss, King Turbo, Ricky Turbo, I got you, man. Don't worry about a thing. Big up DJ Wiz every time. DJ Bullets. Bullets,
big up yourself. Ricky, big respect. Thank you very much. Give me the anthem before you leave. Give me the, see the World Class Trophy there. Give me the anthem. Give me the anthem, brothers. Give me the anthem. Can't hear you.
Yo, big up everybody who supported King Turbo since 1989 October. Big up. This one was made at Apache Studio. Ricky Turbo, Ron Nelson, and the youth named Tough Cat will bring me there. Big up Pandawanya. King Turbo anthem. Big up Junior and the crew. Soul to soul crew. Big up. Big up Junior Mafia.
King Turbo, International Sound. Your mission is determination of the jump and sound. Think and strong.
King Turbo, the original King Turbo, sound for the 90s. King Turbo, the original King Turbo, King Turbo.
Well, anything play this one now. We'll pack up and go up tonight.
That's the King Turbo, what it dance last one.
King Turbo, King Turbo, the original King Turbo, sound for the 90s. King Turbo, the original King Turbo.
Watch it out, people. You see the boy over there, so I go like him a road boy and a grown and chuck badness from people. You see him? Him can't take pressure, you know.
Jeez,
Stop it. I want to play one more, last one, because I want to big up Soul Survivor Sound. There was a thing that the man them gave King Turbo a rhythm, and it's like they felt like they didn't get the credit that they should have got for it. But as soon as I got my hands on this shit, I was like, yo, let me big up Soul Survivor Panawanya for real. DJ Bullets, big up Panawanya too. Hear that big blows, hear that big tune now. Ready fit now.
Well, you don't know something about talking, you know. But it's talking, you know. Hot tool, specs, skin sharp, bait and suspense. King Turbo, King, I come round make them know. Yeah, well, pussy will come and chat and I come make tough talk. Kill him, I want dead pussy clot. Yeah, them go make King Turbo we laugh. Kill him, I want dead pussy clot. Kill him, Turbo we no big friend. We bury them and dig them up and shoot them again.
Nintendo.
That's
Nintendo.
it. That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Big up yourself.
Yeah.
Respect and honor. You hear that?
Thank
sir?
you.
Bless.
Respect.